Okay. So there's an abandoned cart up ahead that's been pulled to its side. Your eyes are drawn to the glint of a couple coins next to one of the wheels. It looks too good to be true in the middle of this wilderness. Idling slavers are known for engineering devious lures to ensnare passersby. Investigate even though it may be a trap. Rasslin pulls the door open, which clatters against the side of the cart. It looks like there are a few improvised weapons, but not much worth. Suddenly a voice yells, "Charge!" and a group of rattling slavers appears from all sides. Rastin just about manages to scramble out and join the fray in time. Ooh, that's a bunch. Okay. That is a bunch of them. Okay. We're gonna run here. We're gonna burn... I mean, adrenaline would work. Let's burn the broken leg. We're gonna burn the wind walk. We're gonna call lightning. Well, that worked amazingly well, sort of. We're gonna burn adrenaline. We're gonna pop defend, because he's gonna take some damage. So burn focus. Focus. Actually, probably could have done that slightly differently. Move forward. Burn advance. Flash. Okay, that more or less worked. Didn't work the greatest. Okay, so they're both shocked, which worked rather well for me. Ugh, taking a shit ton of damage, though. Okay, so what do we got? Measure blow. Bleh. Cover shot. Advance. Oh, and they're not zapped anymore. Shoot. Yeah, the problem is we've got just a butt ton of, like, prepare advances and, like... I guess we get stone barrier, but that's not great. Let's defend. Let's burn advance. Let's burn prepare. Let's do a measured blow on this guy. And a swipe on this guy. Kill him early. Burn the advance. Burn the cover shot. We can do prepare. Yeah, the problem is there are so many of them there that they just have cards to burn, so they can just wail on me as desired. Yeah, she's done. I think this is where I lose. I like this game, but it's kind of one of those where it's like battle of attrition. And that always can be a bit of a dicey situation. Okay, so let's do that. That kills him. Let's burn the broken leg. We do Frostbolt on one of these guys. Or we burn Frostbolt and Power Shot in favor of a pinning shot on that guy, 3 damage. And then Stone Barrier on him. She can't move anyway. Okay. So let's do Driving Cold. Send him back. We have Take Aim. Let's use Take Aim. Burn Swipe. Burn Cantrip. We're going to do a long shot on either or none of. We're going to move further away. We're going to burn the Chaos Missiles. We're going to do a long shot on that guy. For 5. Not really that helpful. But it puts him closer-ish. Oh, well, that's not great. Let's do Draining Strike. A Defend. Got a Power Shot and a Swipe. I do also have a long shot that I could use. Otherwise, we can do swipe, power shot, run the heck away, and power shot him. Okay, that kind of works. It means does leave her kind of at the forefront, which is not where I want to be. But we're down. Okay. Let's do pinning shot. Let's burn chaos missiles, get her away. Chaos missiles, advance. Unstable blast. Okay, that gets rid of goad. And we'll have him defend. I guess we didn't lose. Is this like Slay the Spire plus tactics? Sort of. I wish there were, like, the equipment actually just provided passive benefits or something, instead of just more cards. I think that's the problem I'm running into. Let's see. Let's use Broken Leg. Let's use Prepare. Let's use... lose Advance. We get a second Prepare. Draining Strike, which gets me a bit of a combo. And I guess we'll just use Focus. There's not much I can do here. She's about to go down. Unless he doesn't do anything. Nope. Gonna hit him instead. Alright, that kind of works for me. So we want to advance further. Or further away. And we're just gonna headshot him. There we go. Like, I like the card system. It's fun, and it's interesting. Internal bleeding. On draw, take 1 unblockable damage. Well, that sucks. Let's see. Flare. No. Hit and run? Yes. And admittedly, some of these, like, features are really neat. Oh. Let's burn our medical herbs on these characters. I'm just gonna head for this one, then we're gonna rest. Unfortunately, we're gonna run out of food. Never mind. Okay. After exploring for a short while, Jaro spots what appears to be an elemental's tower as part of the main keep. Jaro stands precarious as the lower part of the tower has been completely destroyed and there is no way to get up directly. The party soon finds a way up in an adjacent lookout tower that is slightly higher than the elementalist tower. From its vantage point, it looks like there remains a good stash of potentially magical items in the tower. It may also be possible to jump from this tower onto the roof of the wizard's chamber. With no obvious handholds on the opposite side, it would be a risky attempt. Let's leave. So one other thing I kind of run into with this game is a lot of these events are kind of mean. You know, they're almost always destined to fail. There might be a bonus, but unless you have a character's feature that actually gives a perk to it, half the time it just, like, ends worse for you. And I always found Slay the Spires to be kind of nice. That even if it ended up badly for you, it's usually because you paid a price. Not because it's like, well, you tried to do a cool thing, and instead you take damage, or instead you get, like, an enemy encounter and stuff. Easy example would be, like, trading your heart for bottling it effectively. Like, that had major drawbacks, and honestly always led to my death. But it was always interesting, too. Okay, up ahead, you notice some unusual markings on the ground. It looks like someone smoothed over the surface recently with their feet to cover something up. You realize that from the even spacings, the marks from the four corners of a rectangle, it makes you slightly uneasy to see something that looks like it has been deliberately buried in such a barren wilderness. It could be a body infected with fire breath, but equally it could be something useful. Dig! Apprehensively, you tread softly towards the rectangle. The three of you dig down using your hands and smaller bladed weapons. It's hard work, but eventually you hit some resistance. Fortunately, with one stroke, Malkin carelessly cuts into the flesh of the buried corpse and is greeted by a suffocating dust cloud that envelops you along with an overpowering smell of putrefying flesh. Now has fire lung. See what I mean? It's like, it sounds interesting, but it always sucks. So we'll fight the bandits just because. Like, this punishes you for trying out things, whereas Slay the Spire just tempts you to make risky choices. Exactly. Like, I'm tempted because I'm curious to see, but I'm almost always, like, disappointed, I guess. Okay, so we've got focus, long shot. Let's do adrenaline. Oh, I should have done focus. Oh, whatever. Can he not see a goddamn person? I'm gonna move him down there. And just ace that guy. Long shot is great. Okay. Here they come. Kind of. Okay, so let's burn swipe. Move closer. We've got pinning shots. Let's burn these two. Hit him with a pinning shot. Burn these. Now, we could do driving. No. Okay, let's burn driving cold. So we want to do measured blow and then double strike. And that'll give me some extra willpower, which not... Oh, right, I should have paid attention to that one. Oh, well. Yeah, I gotta try it. There's another game kind of like this, but I found the creatures were at least more interesting. Was Nowhere Prophet. I was actually super tempted to play that tonight, but I don't know if it's actually worth it. Let's see. So let's burn that. If I did Chaos Missiles, that'll hit 2 of them. Let's burn Frostbolt. Burn Advance. Probably shouldn't have. Whatever. We're gonna just burn all of these. Okay, so we have defensive stance. Let's do Wild Swing. And let's burn swipe just so we can move closer. There's that ranger over there, but should be fine. So you can burn cards to get points to use other cards? Yeah. It's an interesting energy system. I actually rather enjoy it. Okay. So let's burn Draining Strike and Prepare to use Call Lightning. It gets rid of Deadeye. Good. Deadeye sucks. Okay. So let's get rid of Prepare. Advanced Block Clash. Wait, hold on. Headshot. 4 damage, 3 or less. Okay, so let's get rid of Take Aim. We're gonna headshot that one. And then I'm not gonna be able to do Clash. I could have done Clash. I think if I had done Clash first, because I get energy for it, but I always forget about that one. Fire Lung. 2 unblockable damage to the character, and every adjacent character. See, there's a lot of these, like Fire Lung, for example, that just, like, very quickly make the game honestly impossible, probably. I'll probably be fine, but, well, I won't be fine. I'm going to lose, it's just a matter of when. And I'm sure, like, on future runs, it won't be so bad at all. We'll see. Challenging Stride? No. Measured Blow, Resilience. Get another Measured Blow instead of just Swipe. Okay. After the last bandit has defeated the Rattling Trader, thanks Jara for help. He offers a substantial reward, but only if we can go back to a nearby town. Sure. Let's see. Well, I'm out of these, so I'm going to go to this one. Let's see. You hear a curious mixture of harsh and soothing sound moving water ahead. Follow the sounds to find yourself staring at the remnants of a grand staircase leading downwards into a partially covered hall. Only this is more of a garden than a hall, as the roof is open to the elements. See 4 humans hard at work. One is passing stone blocks to another who's repairing a stone balustrade. Another is replacing broken bricks that have been displaced by a tree that is broken through the hole in the left wall. Its leaves are young and pale green. You notice that the water flowing down the far wall suddenly begins to move, forming a dry channel in the center. Figure calmly walks through the opening and down the stairs carrying a pile of healthy wood. Part of her head is covered in a tight headscarf. Ask what the place is. She invites you to descend the stairs and into the garden. It was a temple of Makara, she says. You see that her hair is auburn and looks short, but is tied cleverly to look that way. As you approach each other, you can't help but notice that her irises are different colors. We're in the business of mending broken things, she says, with a smile that belies an emotion that you can't quite place. Let's help. Even though I'm probably going to pay for that because I'm almost out of food. Corners of her mouth turn into a brief smile, but it's as though her face is unused to such a thing. She introduces herself as Luna. She asks you to remove the bricks, stones, and chunks of earth that litter the bed of the stream. After a few hours of hard labor, the murky color of the water has disappeared, revealing a beautiful underwater pavement featuring golden water lilies. Melkin notices that a couple of curious things happen during the day. One of the workers talks to himself as though he's conversing with someone right next to him. He also sees Luna's headscarf become snagged on a jagged brick, and very briefly slips around the right side of her face. In that split second, Melkin thinks that she spots the top of a long pointed ear, revealing Luna as an elf. She does not catch sight of her, glance towards her, but quickly reattaches the headscarf. At the end of the day, Luna thanks Melkin sincerely for the group's hard work. And we get some goodies. Including a decent shield. Oh, it's better than the shield she's got, for sure. Quick thinking. Draw a card. Next skill card you play costs 1 less willpower. Well, it's better than whatever she had. Yeah, she just had prepare. I like prepare, but... We're almost out of food. There are 2 middle-aged ratlings ahead, talking about the remains of a dwarven town that they unwittingly unearthed while digging an entrance to a burrow nearby. It sounds like they're going to try and salvage some of its contents. The ratlings are skilled excavators and very hard workers. They're not known for their brawn, and so don't have much in the way of heavy lifting skill. It sounds like they would welcome the offer of assistance. The ratlings begin reminiscing about a time they spent as slavers, laughing and joking. You notice that Adam the blacksmith is staring at them fixedly, clenching his jaw in his fist. Tells you quietly that his family was captured by rattling slavers several years ago. He spent a year trying to track them down, but to no avail. He is convinced they are dead. But it seems like that has become his method of coping with the mental agony of not knowing what became of them. You just about managed to restrain him. Move on. Well, you have sympathy for Adam. You don't want this situation to end in a bloodbath. You calm him down and try and reason with him that these two are not responsible for the crime inflicted on his family, before continuing on your journey. Okay, the ratling you have been escorting excitedly runs off as soon as the town comes in sight. Party speeds up to keep up with the trader, reminding him of his previous promise. The town looks like an old human city that's in need of much repair. Ratling takes the party to an affluent area near the center of the settlement, and soon finds his old business, a large trading post in a building that used to be a warehouse. He hands over a bag of obsidian. Hell yeah. And we can buy stuff at a slight discount. Which is good, because we're desperately low on food. Lose the shield. Lose the rod. Let's lose the rags. That's actually pretty good. I might consider that. Alternatively, I might buy this one. What else do we have? Stuff like battle stance would be nice. But expensive. Let's buy the axe. Sell this axe. What else do we have? Stock? No. Walk would be interesting. Hand wraps. Let's buy the hand wraps. That might be useful on somebody. Give him the hand wraps. Let's give her the axe. Clash is nice, but we don't use it that often. Why are we super zoomed in? Please don't zoom me in like this. I don't want to be zoomed in like this. Oh, there's journal. No. Why am I so zoomed in? No. Not what I wanted. Alright, whatever. We're going here. We're tired. Let's see. Judging by the broken slate headstone scattered around, it looks like you're in the remains of a human graveyard. There's a great sloping undulation ahead of you. with the far end bordered by steep sides. A pile of broken headstones is strewn in the corner. You deduce that this unnatural feature could only have been caused by the explosive power of a huge fireball during the cataclysm. Exploring the undulation, you notice a flat-looking pinkish rock. Kicking away some soil, you realize it's an intact headstone made from an uncarved piece of granite. It's an expensive material to use for such a purpose, and you wonder if you've stumbled across an ancient grave, buried beneath the remains of a newer cemetery. Search among them. Find the skeletal body of a human woman under a pile of headstones. She must have been caught in the blast. She's wearing a necklace, which you slide rather grimly over her skull. Feel like you've committed a gross violation as you do it, but you reconcile your guilt. The fact that the world has become an unforgiving place. You must do what you have in order to survive. Okay. So we get that, and we want to rest. We don't have any healing herbs. Okay, you managed to find the Sun Temple you've been looking for, sheltered by a huge mesa ahead. The temple looks relatively undamaged and unlooted. This brings hope that you might find the scribe pool that you need to save the people of Terralyn. You approach, you're confronted by a tall, elven man in tattered ceremonial robes. He firmly orders you to leave, claiming the temple is under his protection. Trying to explain that you need the power of a scribe pool to help your people, but the man refuses to allow you access to the temple to steal the little power the elven people have left. It is clear you cannot and will not leave without the power you need. The elf turns to Melkin with great sorrow, before unsheathing a weapon and preparing to defend his temple. Well, despite my many injuries... Oh, Jesus Christ. Necromancer. 2 magic damage for every 2 summoned characters. Boss enemies are among the toughest enemies you will face. A single boss will be a match for your entire party. Like elite enemies, all bosses have a unique ability. Got it. Bonus willpower, depending on difficulty. Wait. Oh, there's difficulty for this game? Finally, all powers active on a boss will start with extra resilience. Oh, boy. Okay. Let's burn defend. Get closer to this sucker. Okay, let's burn these. Okay. Let's just hope for the best. So, we have tackle. I can tackle him. Oh. Tackle there. Okay, so they're weakened. Reduced damage this turn. Unstable blast. Burn these. I have some cool ideas. So one, we want to do call lightning. And then we want to do swipe on the little guy. Or alternatively, we could hit him with the longest of shots. Okay. That was worth it. He took a ton of damage. We might lose her in the process, but if we can do a shit ton of damage to him... Oh, boy. We might have needed that. Maybe? We'll see. So let's do that. Burn Draining Strike. Burn Protector. Take Aim. Burn that. Cantrip. Frostbolt. And we'll just do defensive stance. Not that helpful, but it's fine. Owie. Okay, so this little guy has a ranged attack. Oh, that's a problem. Okay. Adrenaline. Might not be a terrible idea, but we gotta burn it. We gotta get close. Gonna pop defend. Burn advance. Burn headshot. Double strike. And then Wild Swing. Ugh, that was bad. Owie. What? Oh. Okay, we lost her. Unfortunately, we've got nothing but... these. Quick thinking. Draw a card. Get broken leg, fire lung. Driving cold, which does nothing. Ugh. Because, yeah, asshole decided to just hide back here. Walk back. Burn these, burn this, burn all of these. Should have burned that to begin with. Okay, so we're going to do pinning shot and cover shot. Doesn't do me any good. I was hoping I could just wail on him, but we drew no ranged attacks. We just drew all of our, like, move. Yeah, I'm screwed. Okay, let's move back. Burn fire lung, obviously. Crossbolt on that guy. The problem is he keeps just summoning dudes. And there's not much I can do about it. Probably should have just long shot him or something. I don't know. They're just gonna... yeah, there I go. I have perished. So... soul level. Oh. So does that start them at just level 2? Or no, Bone Wolf. Basic action. So he gets a summon ability. So I think these are new cards that they either start with or I get to use. Interesting. It's a neat game. I think it lacks some level of that, like, fun combo business. You know, none of the characters actually have any, like, really immediate teamwork abilities that I see. And almost all the builds, almost all the cards that I received over the course of gameplay just gave me, you know, this does slightly more damage, or this has, like, defense attached to it. And I kind of want to see, like, more interesting, like, synergistic effects. Because almost every card, apart from, like, you know, the powers granting some little bonuses here and there, most of the cards stood alone. And, you know, I hesitate to say I want to see it more like Slay the Spire, but, you know, I felt shackled in a lot of cases. I probably should have gotten rid of all of my advanced cards and just accepted that I'd mostly just be burning cards to move instead. That might have been the wiser idea, because for that battle especially, I might have actually been able to do alright, but half the time my archer was just pulling up nothing useful, and my warrior had like a couple here and there, but not too much. And honestly, we just had nothing useful for the mage. She was, weirdly enough, almost entirely melee spec'd, and there wasn't much I could do about that. At least not initially. I was hoping I could do more with that lightning ability, but I guess I never really had the energy generation to work with it. That would have been an interesting combo, but too late. Oh well. Anyway, an interesting game. I'd like to see where it develops. I believe it's early access. They had a number of coming soon things. So, yeah, something to come back to at a later date. Oh yeah, it says early access right down there. Yeah, so, like I was saying, probably something I'll come back to at 1.0 unless people really, really liked this. Because it's got potential. I think it just needs, well, more time in the oven for a while. And obviously I need a little bit more sleep, so I'm a little bit more functional. I don't know. Anyway, with that, I guess I'll see you guys next time. And as always, thanks for watching.